I'm not sure if taking a nap was the best idea I had because now I feel more tired than before. But back to work. I've already got a few things done since I've been up. I've harvested I thought was a canola field. It's actually a soybean field that was behind the sheds. Put that in the stock. The autonomous tractor is busy with the field. Oh, right over the hill. He's already, well, it has already put down fertilizer, lime, and is now reseeding the field with canola. And I picked up the rest of the straw in the field behind us and put the straw pellets into the pellet factory. I didn't quite get the same amount I put into it. I mean, it was just a little bit off, a little bit less. I guess you're going to lose some in production once in a while. And I'm forgetting where I'm going. Oh, that's rough on the tractor. Shouldn't be doing that. But the pellet factory is now done. It is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I just want to get a few things kind of taken care of. One, the animals, because I neglected them for a few days here. So need to make sure that they're cleaned up. They got water, they got food for at least another day or so. But the rest of the day is going to be kind of maybe start making another field, a bigger field, a really big field. Because I mean that combine, when I harvested the soybean behind the shed, it was like 3 passes and it was done. With the other combine, it took me a while. I don't know if you're going to take all the food. Oh, you did take all the food. All right. So I mean the combine just rips through a field pretty darn quick. So with that being said, I think it's time to put in another bigger field. Now the only thing is I can see I really could use another autonomous tractor right now because I'm just running. That thing can run non-stop right now. I got 1, 2, 3 more fields I need to seed after that one. So in the future I can see myself saving up some cash to buy another one, but in the meantime I just want to make sure I do pay off this loan in the 1 month time that I got. Ripping through it pretty quickly here already. I do have $83,000 in the bank account, but I do need, well I shouldn't say I do need, I need to purchase the other part of the mower, the butterfly mower, for the mowing package so I can mow the grass a little bit quicker. That grass is going to grow every 2 days, so well, let me just back up a little bit so I can get out of the tractor here. Turn that off. Yeah, so I think the next trip I'm going to do is go on down to the store. I need to bring the tedder back because that's been sitting there all day and I don't want to leave it at the store too long. But going to take the 1000 for a spin. Pick that up, bring it back before it gets too dark, and then I think I'm going to hook up the subsoiler and maybe start plowing in a new field. This thing's going to fly down there because this thing will top off at 51 miles an hour. Don't need to go that fast, but definitely not faster than what the Favorite can go. With all this new equipment, I got to start finding a place where I can call home. For now, the tedder is going to go there. Windrower, subsoiler. I mean, the big barn, that's going to be good for big equipment like the tractors. I got that shit over there. It can fit a lot more stuff in. I mean, I got the space and stuff. I just don't know where I want to put all this just yet. So I'm going to order the butterfly mower this evening. So it'll be in maybe tomorrow. Oh, right. This big subsoiler. This should have enough horsepower for it. Before I go on down, though, let me just double check the price of soybean. Is that still where it should be? $9.07, and I got 12,000 liters of it. I mean, that's like 10 grand. You know, let me just drop this off, and I think, yeah, let me hook up the trailer to this tractor, fill up with some soybean, and head back on down to the store and just sell that. I mean, 907 is too good of a price, and right now I'm planting canola in all the fields. Get the money while I can, just to make sure. Man, this 1000 gets down here in a flippin' hurry. But I would also love a bigger trailer. Just cut down my trips here. Because now making more fields, I'm just going to have more crop. And 20,000 liter trailers, yeah, it's not going to quite do it for me here in the future. But for now, it'll do well enough. Especially if I got the 1,000 on here. The other Fendt, yeah, it gets down here just as well, but 20,000 liters of grain behind it can manhandle the tractor just a little bit. Well, I shouldn't say manhandle, but it'll move it around some. All right, so now we're up to 95. That is pretty darn good. $50,000 a day, like I was thinking about earlier. Yeah, I got myself covered enough to where I can buy the butterfly mower and still cover that $50,000. The next field I'm putting is going to be right on down here, right next to the sheep. If I can get an outline of the field kind of today, I do have to take care of some trees that will be where the field's going to be, but get the outline done first, and maybe on a rainy day or something I can take care of the trees. But definitely before I start planting it, all the trees would be gone as well. Alright, so now I got to find a place for the trailer. And I think inside the big shed is a good place for it. Keep it inside in case it rains. I don't want the rain getting in the trailer. Because if I want to go use it, then there's water in the trailer. Not good at all. I'm not used to having all this extra room. And actually, while I'm doing this, I should probably bring the loading wagon over. Just so I can kind of see how I'm going to be parking things up in here. Do I need to be parking this close to each other? Probably not. But right now, it's all going to be okay. And also, I probably should think about a bigger trailer for the pallets as well. That's how many pallets we got out of all that straw that we had. Actually, is there straw still in this? There might be some straw left in this. There is not. Ooh, that could use a good wash. I'll wash it off. Needs a good rinse. And I really should write in a letter in the mailbox just to thank the owner for allowing us to have such a loan on the farm so I can get bigger equipment and get work done so much quicker and faster. And yeah, but I don't want to grow the farm too much. I'm still only one person. Even though the autonomous tractor is doing rather well, I'm getting so used to that. I think I can manage 2 of those running at the same time. I don't really, I mean, right now I could use 2, but it's not a real deep need. But after I build this next huge field, having a 3rd one would not be too bad. Excuse me, a 2nd one. Geez, I don't think I can handle 3 of them. And at some point, like I said, I'm going to need a planter and another header for the combine. So I can go ahead and plant corn and sunflower. But I think before I go ahead and buy things like that, I want to get the loan below $1 million. Let's go ahead and hitch this on up. And let's go start making another field. I could expand the fields I got already as well. Actually, let me just have a quick look here. Yeah, so next time this field requires lime. Yeah, I mean, there's no trees here. So next time this field requires lime, I'll expand this field here as well. This field here is going to be our cereal crop field for wheat and oats. Occasionally barley if I feel like it. The other fields right now are just canola and soybean. But I would like to mix it up and get some sunflower and some corn as well. Alright, so now I just got to go ahead and start not familiarize myself with the field. The field's not even here yet, but kind of picture where the field is. I don't want things like that stone in the middle of the field because I don't know how the autonomous tractor can handle it. So I think I'm just going to kind of go on the edge here. Now this thing does require a good amount of horsepower. 450 horsepower the brochure says on it, and we got 510. So hopefully we have no problem with it. And I would say it's no problem at all. No problem at all. Wow. Ripping through this field like it's nothing. It's going to be a pretty decent sized field. That's all I'm going to say about it. When it comes time to harvesting it, even with the Class Lexian harvester that we have, yeah, it's going to take me like half a day to do it, and that's fine. Maybe I don't want to make the other fields bigger just yet. Maybe I just better make sure that I can handle what I'm doing now. Worst comes to worst, if I can't manage this much of a big field, I can always just go ahead and just make it smaller. Replant some grass in it, and we're fine. I was kind of questioning, because sometimes, even though an implement says it requires so much horsepower, you start to use it and you realize it requires much more than what you have. Once again, I might be making too big of a field here, but you know what? It's time. I mean, I got the equipment that should be able to handle it. The question is, can I?
I know that I haven't been who I was. I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause I let you down. I hope there's some way I can make it alright, 'cause I know that you deserve much more than this. If you give me one more chance, I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to
Well, this
me.
is not taking me as long as I thought it would. I'm getting more done than I already wanted to. I'm just waiting for my tablet to tell me the autonomous tractor is done seeding the first field, and I'll move it on over. I'm actually starting to think, though, I need to come clean to the farm owner and let him know that I do not know who I actually am. Yeah, I mean, at some point, either they already know or something. I don't know. Maybe by coming forward, maybe they know something that they could tell me, which would be great. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say no. I don't want to be 50% owner of the farm and just hand back the contract, and because I don't know how they'll take that. I mean, basically, he's not even charged me to be 50% farm owner. He's just like signing over half the farm to me, like for nothing. So why would someone turn that down? So that would come off as suspicious to him, I would think. And I can't sign the contract because I don't know who I am. So I think I'm just going to come clean to the farm owner and let him know I don't know who I am. And maybe he'll have something to say about it. I'm pretty sure he'll have something to say about it. I just don't know what he'll say. Yeah, so I better put that in the mailbox as well. Or maybe I should sleep on it one more day just to make sure that's what I want to do. I know I'm a little tired from the past 3 days now today, working as hard as I have been. But maybe I need to sleep on it one more day just to make sure. Plus, I do want to read the contract over one more time. It was pretty wordy and pretty big, so I want to make sure, you know, maybe I can stall on the contract a little bit. But not knowing who I am is... Some days I forget about it. Not forget about not knowing who I am, but I don't think about it as much. And there's other days that's all I think about because... I don't know. I would assume at this point no one's looking for me because it doesn't seem to, you know, I have no idea. I think one more pass on this and I'll go check on the autonomous tractor. Get him moved over. Get that done this evening. But I'm not going to have that many trees in this field to take care of. I'd say about 10 trees or so. Oh, yeah, there's the autonomous tractor. It's all done. Moving on over to the field down here. Plant some more canola. I also need to place that order for the butterfly mower. But man, this subsoiler and this 1000 Fendt is sure kicking some butt making this field. All the new equipment that we have is kicking butt. I mean, that combine harvester, I knew it would be a lot better, but it's a lot more better than I thought it would be. I mean, I'm harvesting, it's amazing. Maybe that header is more than 3 times wider than the other harvester that we had. Just mowing through the fields. I mean, 3 passes on that field behind the shed this afternoon. And zip, bam, done. I was like, okay, that took me a full 5 minutes. So hopefully it won't take too long in this field either. But doing other work in this field is going to take a while, so the autonomous tractor will be busy almost like non-stop now. So I think once I get that loan maybe below $1 million, I'll save up a little bit and buy another one. Although I doubt there'll be another used one on the market. So I'll probably have to pay full price for it. So it's going to be like 300 grand. Yeah, the one I got it for like 250 because it had like 24, 25 hours on it. But getting a field in like this, when it comes time to harvest, I'll make more than enough money to repay off the loan and everything else I want to buy in the meantime. After this field here, I don't plan on making another one anytime soon. I think I need to settle in with the equipment that I got and make sure I can handle everything that I do have. It's too much new stuff all at once, so I need to just take it easy. But one can't help themselves when you get all this new equipment. So I'll probably leave the subsoiler right down here because I'll probably take care of it maybe tomorrow. That grass field probably needs to be cut so I can get some hay pellets in. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on out. Alright, so I guess that's a no-go. Fold it on up, I guess. I guess there's a safety pin on it that it can't unhitch when it's unfolded. Actually, let me go ahead and lower that back now. Nope, wrong button. There we go. So the animals are taken care of for the most part. Gave them water, cleaned them up. They're pretty much okay on some food. I really wanted to sell the wool today, but I did not get around to it. I mean, I suppose I could do that now if the price is still good. See, I don't want to drive in the field. Looks like he did miss a spot. I always say he, it's an it. 100% fertilized, does not need to be limed. Yeah, it's going to be a busy autonomous tractor with all the fields I got. Fertilizing, seeding, and weeding is what it's going to have. I mean, I could do some weeding now as well. Actually, I don't know if the 1000 takes narrow tires, and I didn't buy narrow tires with it. Meaning GPS-wise. I need to get this tractor and seeder moved over to the next field. Definitely going to get my exercise in from running from one field to another, but got to get my exercise in somehow. Alright, so there is the 1000 parked up. Now I'm going to grab you and grab the other trailer and get that wool loaded up because I'm piling up too much of it as it is. I need to bring that on down to the store. Let's go ahead and hitch that up. Now we'll hitch up the flatbed trailer that we have. Yeah, this trailer served us rather well, but now it's going to be rather on the small side for the amount I got to bring to the store once in a while. Oh, now I got to load those pallets up. That's going to take me a moment or two. But at $700 per, the price is dropping though, but as long as I get it there in pretty decent time, more money. That's what I like, and like I said, I need to sell the wool, so I got too much of it. Well, I got all 6 pallets loaded on there. Loading up on the pallet fork, not so bad. Getting the pallet off the pallet forks, a little bit of a hassle. Now I'm hoping when I get down there, I'm going to unstrap these first before I drive over the sell point and see if it takes them automatically. 2 of these pallets should just despawn, and the other 4 should not. Oh, that field's going to do us wonders here. Autonomous tractor doing its thing. I thought about bringing the 1000 with the trailer and have the Fendt favorite loaded up, but it seemed like it was going to be too much of a hassle trying to program the tablet to have the tractor follow us and then stop it, and then it just seemed like it was easier if I just went ahead and just unhitched the trailer and good to go. Let's go ahead and unlatch these. And now we'll see if they sell right from the trailer. If not, I may just knock them off. Nope, they do not. They do not. Let's see if let me do it like this here. Just gotta be gentle with them because 4 of them I'm taking back, so I don't want to damage the screen mesh that's on there. This is what I'm going to call the lazy farmer's way. And then once they're empty, I should be able to lift them up. That doesn't appear to be working either. Oh, man. Some days. Well, it looks like I might have to leave a note down here at the store. I've sold wool here before, but now it's just not accepting it, or the store doesn't accept wool anymore. I'm not sure. I mean, they stopped taking loose straw and hay. It's only, well, it's 4:45 in the evening. I don't think they're closed. I've been down here at weird hours of the day anyways. I think I'll leave the wool down here until I can figure out what's going on with that. Do I want to leave my tractor down here as well? I can take my tractor back. They got a tractor that could sell it if they want to. They got the class right across the corner. If they if someone does show up. I never see anyone here, but if someone does show up, they can load up and try to sell it for me. But I'm going to have to leave a note that, you know, they're mine. I mean, I'm pretty sure they know they're mine, but yeah, we'll leave a note inside here asking why the wool is not selling at the sell point. I assume I'll just leave it here at the front desk. Well, that is just a bit odd, I do believe, but once again, more questions, no answers. Let me drive across here and see how the autonomous tractor is getting along. That's going to be a little while. Not too long, but it will take just a moment or two. How about I park here right next to your big brother? And maybe we'll go back down to the store in the morning and try to figure out the wool situation. I think what I'll do is we'll grab either No Name or Freckles, one of the two, and I'll trot on down and we'll just keep an eye on the autonomous tractor when it's done. With a tablet in my back pocket, I can always ride the either horseback and then have the autonomous tractor follow me. Is that a good idea, having a tractor follow you while you're riding a horse? Not too sure. The pellet factory is done, so let me go ahead and close the doors on that. Let's take Freckles out. I remember plowing that field in thinking that was a huge field, but now getting the other field done, it's going to be like a medium-sized field. And the Class Lexion is going to get through that field in no time flat. Alright, Freckles, let's head on down and see what the autonomous tractor is doing. I don't know why the wool did not sell. Now, the only problem is, with the store, they were offering $700 per 1,000. I'm sure by the time morning comes and I get that all situated, the price is not going to be as good, so I may not sell it at all. I may have to bring it back. I mean, the price is probably going to be terrible by the time morning comes around. Or unless the store is going to do me a favor and give it to me at the price of $700 per. I do need to get those that field up there, our cereal crop field. I need to get some wheat and or oats in that field because the horses are going to need some straw here in a few days. So time I plant it, it's going to take a couple days for it to grow. Of course, whenever I get a chance to harvest it. We'll come back and check on that in a while. Let's head on across and kind of see how big the field is looking now that I'm outside of a tractor. It may actually look bigger or smaller once you're outside of a vehicle. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for size-wise. I think we'll be able to manage it. What do you think, Freckles?